All right, Deb, you ready?
It's time.
Yeah, you open it up. Because
All right.
Apparently,
Listen, everybody. Episode fucking 3, Bird's Eye View podcast. I've been waiting days for this shit because the first one was dope. The second one is dope. The third one, I've been ecstatic to get after this.
we got a big one coming for the third one.
Huh?
We got a big one coming for the third one.
The fourth.
The fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing it tomorrow, but
Yep.
it's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's gonna be nuts.
And we've got a couple additions that we're gonna do in this podcast. We're trying to integrate a new little system that we're gonna do. I think it's gonna work out perfectly. Matter of fact, I think we should start off with that.
With what?
The new edition.
Oh, the voicemails. So we decided to do some voice messages for this podcast. I just thought, hey, you might as well throw that in there because we want to listen to your guys' feedback or whatever questions you guys got, and I think that's a great idea to get us started with it.
I think we should start with that. We'll get into it a little more in
All
the
right,
podcast.
you do a random one here. Pick
a random voicemail.
Yeah, put it up.
All these are it.
Yeah, make sure you put it up to the mic.
These are all it right here.
Here, I got it. All right, so first one of the day. Hold up. See, and eventually we'll get to the point where Nick is in the back here and able to do it for us, but
All right.
Hey, I was just wondering, if I could be in the next video or something, because I just have a lot of thoughts that I'd like to share for the podcast, and I just thought, it would be really fun, and I just thought that it would be really cool.
No. Absolutely not. I mean, if anything, there's not a chance. You might as well play another one because I can't fucking tell. Was that Claire? Was that fucking Claire?
I'm just trying to get over the fact I can't tell whether that was a male or a female doing a male's voice or a female's voice.
Play another one.
I mean, that almost made
Because there's not a chance. There's not a slight chance in this fucking world that whatever that was can make it on. Every idea that you thought you had,
that almost probably ruined the voicemail.
you almost had to end the podcast.
Yeah.
1 minute podcast, an intro, the first voicemail. It almost ended the whole voicemail gig. I mean,
That's something to think about.
play another one.
Okay.
Play another one.
All right. Oh shit. Hold up. Oh my god, please no. This has to get figured out here. All right, next one.
What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
What is the free? Well, it depends on what you consider that as. You know, was that Ethan Richards?
I'm not sure. It didn't pop up in my phone as I have Ethan Richards' contact. I don't think it was him.
What's the freakiest thing you've ever done? Well, what do you think we're basing that on?
Yeah, because that could be based off of anything.
I mean, I'm not gonna get down to the down and gritty about clapping. You feel me? So
Yeah.
talking about the freakiest thing I've ever done,
That could be almost based off of your alcohol past.
You think that's what we should base it on?
I mean, freakiest could be anything.
Right. I mean, I could assume it,
Yeah.
but that's more for behind the scenes. You feel me?
Yeah.
It kind of depends, you know.
And we also want to keep this podcast, a little.
Well, I could give a fuck less.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get here and start, getting
Because
excited and all of a sudden
you could say me putting my poop in the in the trash bin at your house.
you ain't gonna do that. For putting your little shit rags in the toilet, bro. That's listen. The way you be caking up the toilet, that fucking rag looks like you just wiped off an oil dipstick. Because that fucker, listen, the freakiest thing you've done is anywhere you've lived. That's the freakiest thing you've done.
Why?
Because the condition of Wes. Imagine you had a pack of popcorn. You dropped 3/4 of the popcorn down, so you consumed at least a quarter of the bag. At least 3/4 of that bag is gonna end up under him.
Hey, I'm calorie counting. That's like my calories I don't
But
need.
I've seen you pick it up and eat it. What do you mean you're calorie counting? You might be counting the pieces. Bro, I seen this dude drop popcorn, sit on it, and eat it. That's fermented, bro. That's some freaky shit.
That is.
You want to talk about
that?
freaky?
That might be the freakiest shit I've done.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
That's fucking Freaky
Yeah.
Friday. Little Dicky, Chris Brown, Weston Wesley.
I mean, you need the little extra taste on there, though.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You need that flavor.
Still on
Oh, we can
podcast.
skip out and jump back in. Let's cut this out.
Yeah.
But you know, this is just to get into it, because the second episode we had was a guest podcast. But for this one, man, I mean, we love doing this. It's such a good time and something to look forward to. And we haven't gained a ton of traction, but you know,
We know it's coming.
for what we've done, and for the people who have listened, for it being nothing right now, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason for even one person to watch,
Yeah. No, for real.
you know?
And even like so there's 60 people that watched the last one, and that's even crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know, that someone would take an hour out of their day to kind of see what we're doing and figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
I mean, we're having camera mishaps. I mean, it happens, and the thing is, we want this to be the best. We want this to be a great podcast where everyone's tuning in every week, knowing what we're doing, knowing where we're going, and I only see the top. Like, with how amazing guest host you are, I think that I got a lot to improve. I watched that last podcast and I'm like, I need to stop saying like so much. You'll hear me. I'm at like, and that's just something that you got to get better at. But that's with everything, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of learning involved in this, and
Right.
even from our last podcast, you see where we came, and it's kind of nuts.
We did the first one in a fucking basement.
Yeah,
So, I mean, look where we are right now.
yeah.
This is a studio. This is the studio.
Of the Bird's Eye View podcast.
Right. This is where we are now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's crazy. We did one before. We just did a second one, which the second one, it's kind of like the first one too. But at the same time, I mean, this shit looks great.
Yeah.
And we're only going to evolve so much. And with the voicemail shit, I mean,
I feel like it's a great.
the start of that, I mean, there was
I mean-
that first one that was played.
We might have to think about that one.
That's good night and good
I might
morning.
have to block that number.
Yeah,
because-
never again do they send a voicemail in. You know,
All right. You want to do another one?
let's fucking run her.
All right.
Run it.
And I'm not sure what these say a lot of times. So
Who cares?
Hello. I just wanted to say hi and wish you nothing but bad days.
What? Play it again? This motherfucker. Bro.
Hello. I just wanted to say hi and wish you nothing but bad days.
Next. Fuck you too, by the way. Next.
I mean,
You gotta try a little harder.
yeah. Come on, man.
And you know they were dying.
They were dying laughing.
They thought that was funny.
and they're gonna watch this, and they're gonna
Bro.
go.
They thought that was the best shit since sliced bread. There's no doubt.
I'm so curious on who that is.
I
That one
I
sounded
don't
like a
wanna
girl.
know.
That one sounded like a girl.
I don't even want to know. I mean, we got to get a good one here.
All right. I think this one is a good one.
Hey, hope y'all are doing well. My question is, was there a defining moment in either of your guys' life that kind of shaped you into who you are today? And did it affect you for the better or for the worse?
That's a great
Yeah,
one.
that's a solid question.
The defining moment for this, I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I think that goes back to the struggle, because there's a couple levels to that, because it started off what it was, and then you got to involve people like Nick
Yeah.
who got involved. I mean, another deciding moment was just the other day too. You know, having having the meeting about what is this really.
Yeah.
So
and
like
sitting down and actually like having the conversation, the tough conversation
Right.
about it.
But what is it? What is it to you? What do you think is? Let's talk more about what was tough, right? Like those moments where we're sitting there imagining what we could want, who others would think this is possible, and maybe not even others but us.
Yeah.
You know, like what is the moments where you could sit here and you could say, this moment right here was so fucking tough that I didn't even know if this right here would be a thing. I mean, look where we're sitting.
I mean, if we had to sell all our shit,
yeah.
you know, we're sitting there, how are we going to pay rent this month?
Yeah.
I mean, even like right now, you could call this a defining moment of we don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're still in the struggle, but we're just trying to figure it out.
Well, to get this off the ground, it takes everything.
Yeah, it does.
Even
too.
working, even making money.
Yeah, because a lot of times, I mean, you're sitting there working for free.
Yeah.
I think that my defining moment was of last year when I went out and filled in that first game. I think that was my defining moment. I think that I sat there and I was contemplating with myself, am I going to work these odd jobs, just transferring jobs every like 2 months and just hate my life? Or am I going to go out and try to do what I want to do?
Yeah.
And I think that contemplation right there, I think that was because I've done that before, but I haven't went all in except for Twitch. Like Twitch, I went all in with. But this was something that I sat here and I said, this is it. You know, this is my moment where I'm just gonna do it, and what if it works, I'm going all in with it, and there's no looking back because I see potential in this. I see potential in going and filming games, and before it was just I was half-assing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a defining moment of half-assing or going all in. I think that's where anybody's defining moment is. Half-assing or putting all your work in and saying, this is going to make it, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going for it, and no one's going to tell me no. I'm going to look past what everyone says about me. I'm going to look past what everyone thinks about me. I'm going all the fuck in.
Right.
I don't care what anybody else thinks.
For me, dude, I really think, like, I went such a traditional route. Like, I've got the degrees.
Yeah.
I've got the college degrees. You know, I did the whole military run. You know, I've went both ways, but at the end of the day, there were so many times where we'd sit there and say, like, how good does this feel? And that it never felt good to me. Like, I didn't even walk for graduation. And even like you could hold a diploma in your hands. And it's like, how good does that feel? I can tell you what feels good is sitting here and getting after it with the people that I love and the people that want to do it the same way. You know, those things, yeah, like it was tough. You're a college student, don't have a lot of money. You go to classes, you go to another class, you got your homework. But at the end of the day, like to me, a college degree is so typical. And I feel like I can say that because I'm doubled down on one. And the whole military thing, I thought that was going to be the answer to it all because I was like, this is going to pay for everything. But at the end of the day, it just seems so basic. Like, what am I going to go get? Like, am I going to go get a job out of this? Yeah, easily. But how much is that going to satisfy me? And also the goal that I have for everybody that we know. And not only that we know, that we love and that we want them to succeed, because nobody else understands what it's like to go after a schedule for something that isn't typical. And that's every time that we do something that isn't typical, that's another defining moment for me. And then you see somebody else succeed, and that's another defining moment for me. And it's not just like I love seeing people succeed, but when I see somebody that I fuck with heavy succeed, and then we build it together, and then we build off on it, and then every week you look back and it's like, wait a minute, we made it a little farther than the last. Like I can turn in a homework assignment. I could have a 3.8 GPA. I could go do whatever the fuck Dev wants to do in education. But what does it mean if it just ends up with me living a typical life?
Yeah.
This isn't typical. I mean, everything we're doing, the long travels, sitting here and fucking podcasting to who knows how many people, getting together and having meetings with all of us and breaking down what the goal is and what the dream is and what the vision is. You can't meet that because when you work a normal job, you're working for the corporation goal. This is our goal.
Yeah.
Nobody can say that. Nobody can say that, oh, this is my goal. What's your goal? To have a family, to make good money, to be financially free? Our goal is to entertain, grow an empire, grow ourselves, help other people in a way that we envision that maybe they couldn't for themselves.
Because we know we can make people laugh, and we know we can make people also think. You know? And that's the best of both worlds. There's not many people that can do both.
Yeah.
And
what it takes behind the scenes.
Yeah.
How much it consists of this is huge among you guys too. You know a little more than me already. Obviously, we're going down the track still, but the investment it takes.
Yeah.
You don't get support through something that takes investment. You get support through something that already had an investment, and now you're just giving a little piece of yourself into something that's already created.
And that's not a lot. That's something that, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
That's not what a lot of people see.
Yeah.
Is how much behind the scenes, and that's something that we're planning on doing, is the behind the scenes and showing people this is what we do, and you don't see a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, the hard days, the days that we don't think we're going to make it, the days that we're having these meetings, the 12-hour days, the whatever 8-hour days that we are working in. This is all for a lot for free.
Yep.
We're not making like money right now for real. We're putting in a lot of this effort to make people happy, to make people laugh, to get kids seen for the sports that they play. And we put a lot of effort into that a lot of people don't see.
Mm-hmm.
But we do it because we love it,
Yeah.
And like you were saying, we do it because we love it, and we want to build something for ourselves that we just see the moon on it,
Right.
And we want to work towards it. And it's fun too. It's fun working up from the ground.
It is.
And that's something I told, say like Vince from Michigan. I told him, we want to build.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like doing. I like building. I like working something from the ground up because I think it's the most rewarding. I don't want to start in a corporation that is like just already set.
Yeah.
Because it's just boring. It's boring work. It's already set. It's already done. It's already accomplished. But when you have the ability to grow something, in my opinion, for what I want to do, there's no better feeling. And I know that we have full opportunity to do it.
Especially coming from nothing.
Yep. Especially coming from
Not
nothing.
$1.
Yep. And
all this, all us.
Yep. All us.
All in.
Yep. All in.
all that money, all the money that comes in, a lot of people think about, well, I'm going to save this and I'm going to end up getting the house. And for us, and for a minute, it's going to be all that money that comes in. It's investing back into us, but that's also investing back into the entertainment.
Yes. It's investing in cameras, new cameras. I mean, look at the last setup, like camera-wise, you'll see the difference in quality.
Yeah.
And in the mics.
Yep.
I mean, it's almost unreal. I watched that a little bit of the last podcast back, and it's oh my God.
And
we're doing this
shit. So much better.
It's only gonna get better.
It seriously is.
And we got Nick now behind the scenes, doing what he's so good at. I mean, it's so enjoyable. And I will make sure to mention Nick every podcast. But eventually we'll get him a mic and he'll be talking in the back and be able to mention in or something. Kind of we were talking about it on the Nom Nom podcast, but it was like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And I think Nick, that would be such a dope role for Nick.
It just feels like when we're sitting in this room and we're doing this and you look around, like there's no one that we have to answer to but us. So the expectation that we all expect from each other is this. So when we're looking around, there's no boss that we have to impress. We understand what we want it to be, and looking around and seeing that everybody is responsible for that part, for the big goal, that's rewarding.
Yeah.
You finish this, you watch it back, and we post it, and it may not be big to a lot of people, but
it's
when
big
we
to
watch
us.
that back, it's like, yeah.
This is it.
I mean,
We're
you had people respond back like, this is
really good.
This is awesome.
I mean, shit, my dad hit me up.
Yeah.
And that's something that for me, that's a big thing to me.
Yeah.
Seeing like my dad or even my brother or anybody who's not, and I wouldn't even want to say doubt it. It's just they don't see the vision until they see the vision.
Yep.
And I'll never hold them I'll never hold them down for that at all. Just because it's hard to see the vision when the vision isn't clear to people.
Because they don't see the work.
Yeah, that's something that I've learned.
Yeah.
And I would get so mad about it. And I think that's something that held me back so much too. I think it holds a lot of people back, to be honest, to be clear. I think it holds a lot of people back from their full potential is listening to what other people and actually holding that as a vengeance type of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've done a lot. And once I finally got clear of that, I feel like that's what helped me kind of meet that. What he was saying is the, what's the word he used for it?
Who?
On the voicemail.
Setback?
The defining moment.
Defining moment.
I think that could be classified. Getting over that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting over that vengeance type of feeling of hatred and hatred for the people that felt a certain way about me because I was doing something different.
And the fact where you're sitting there thinking, well, maybe they're right.
Yeah.
And maybe you're doing something, well, wait until they see. Wait until they see until we do it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they see you do it because we want to see each other do it. So it's like that self-fulfillment thing that we want to do it. And if we do it, it's a personal goal and it's a personal achievement. And it's because we want to do it, not because we want validation.
You want to know how many people it's going to motivate to see something like this where we did this podcast and we're talking about this right now and people are going to go back and watch our older podcasts to see where we came from, and say we get 100 podcasts on the line and everything's blowing up.
Yep.
And then they go back and watch this and they're knowing we're struggling right now.
Yeah.
And we motivate them to go out and start doing it.
And we have so many big things coming.
Oh, so many. I mean, this isn't even the only thing.
Right. There is even this week. I mean, there is things happening here.
It's unreal.
Think about 6 months ago, dude.
Boiling,
the motherfucker,
we were boiling water.
Fuck the boiling water. Think about the food intake.
Yeah.
They say, what could we combine today to
get
by
down
the
tomorrow.
system? And you'd fucking, my God. My God, the food combination you see, especially from this fucker right here. My God, you don't walk down some peanut butter tuna sandwich. Wait a minute. This sucker, it's a question of friendship, eating that sucking shit, He left the bowl down there for 24-hour tuna. He said, I'll go back the next day, take a bite in the 9 a.m. tuna. So, wait a minute, please. You know tuna at 9 a.m. This motherfucker. But he ate it.
That's still happening today,
I didn't eat it. I'd rather eat on some ice cube with my fucking chopper. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to get into another voicemail?
Throw that bitch in there.
All right. Let's see if we can have another one.
Hopefully it's not some fucking...
All right.
Hi, Weston. It's Abby. I was wondering, do you think that you could get out of a cult? Like, do you think you could? Because I honestly think I could. I have every belief. I don't think it's that hard. I think people just make it seem harder than it actually is. Okay, that's all. Love you. Bye.
Do you think you could get out of a cult?
Yeah.
Is that a cry for help?
Could be.
I don't know. Share your experience on it.
Now listen,
That's
if
a
I was
perfect question.
if I was in that,
Share it though.
so we basically went to Maine and we got me and Zach almost got inducted to a cult. Zach held me back from it. But it wasn't like we didn't even know it was a cult until we knew it was a cult because they were just really nice people. It seemed like, you know, there's a whole story about it, but
Share it.
dude, it's such a long story. It's such a
Bro,
long
just break
story.
it down. I wasn't
Just-
even there and I could break it down.
Okay, so everything that led up to that moment, there was things like peculiar things that you wouldn't even understand that happened. So it was like one thing led to another thing that led to another thing. So me and Zach were thinking how we get to Maine, right? Or we were thinking of like 3 places where we were gonna go to. It was Maine, Tennessee, and I think it was Louisiana or Florida or something like that. We just wanted to travel, and my mom got me this Tom's of Maine toothpaste out of nowhere, and Zach and I were like, "What the fuck? Like Tom's of Maine? We got to go to Maine." There was another thing that happened. My mom said how beautiful Maine was out of nowhere, and we didn't even tell her where we were thinking about traveling to.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened so long ago that some things I just make mistakes on, obviously. But we were like, we got to go to Maine, you know. So we went up to Maine, and there was like a ton of things that happened in Maine that we just invested into it. Like we're thing after thing, coincidence after coincidence. We met up with these people that was off of a coincidence, and talking to them, we were super into spirituality and stuff, and they just met what we were aligned with at the time. And we went up to in this room with this lady after we had this huge conversation with
Where
her.
though?
Maine.
Yeah, but where in Maine?
Acadia.
Yeah, but like what was the place they asked you to go back in a room in?
It was like a cheesecake factory.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Listen.
but it was also high-end food. So they brought
don't
us up.
matter.
They brought us up in this room. Top
That's
of
where
the
you
line.
duct tape your asshole.
Top of the
You ain't gonna go no room in a cheesecake factory. The fuck you got back there? Like, what do you need me for?
Dude, there's other
specifically?
people there. They just brought us in this
There
room.
could be 50. 50 people. They say, come back in this room. I say, what's back there? You fucker said, okay, I'll stand up and go.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well lubed out the hole while you're ready there. That's crazy.
We went up in this room, and this woman sits down, and she says, "Call me mom."
She ain't calling me that. I ain't calling you that. You ain't calling me nothing. I ain't your son. You ain't my mom. We in a cheesecake factory. You talk about mama and daddy and son and daughter. And you making food.
Dude, I'm
Did
telling
you call her mom?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What'd you say to that?
Her name was like Linda or something.
Did you say, I'm not calling you mom?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, we got like $200 worth of food. They paid for it all.
Okay. A
And-
little sugar mama stuff.
She
Well,
basically
maybe you are mom.
She
Okay.
basically told us this story
Yeah.
about how her son died in a fire and then came back to life or some shit.
He didn't do that, but lying ass bitch. Linda, you're stupid. I'm not calling you mom, and your son didn't die and come back. Unless it was EMT.
Or she said he visited her or something, and she
Yeah, I'm
said
out.
she
The minute you say that, hey, my son died in fire, but no. We in a cheesecake factory. You talking about visiting?
and she basically said, but here's the kicker, right? She was talking about my life, and she said, like, point for point, what my life, like, shit about my life that no one knows, that she got point for point on,
Yeah.
beginning to end. And
Yeah.
she's saying that I'm mystical. And I said, well, I mean, holy shit. This woman's telling me something about my life, like personal shit. Saying, you know, this happened and this happened. And it was spot on. And she said, I know about both of you. And I
Yeah.
said, what the fuck?
Still there, right?
I was freaking. Me and Zach were freaking out. We were like, what the fuck? And Zach said, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And so we get out of there and shit. She tells us all this story and stuff, and kind of not sold me, but she wanted us to come be a part of and like work for them. And the way they did business, our minds aligned with that too. And I was thinking about it, obviously, but
Of course you were. You only lasted a month anyhow. So
I was thinking about it. But Zach came up and looked at me and he said, "Bro, that's a cult. That's straight up a cult."
yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I could see it. I could see it." I mean, I didn't know much about cults or anything like that, but
So could if you have got out of it, who knows?
who knows? Because when my mind goes to something, and I'm thinking business and I'm thinking opportunity
Yeah.
and something new, because I want to move. Like I've always wanted to move from where I
Yeah.
live, and I was like kind of set, but also
You're like,
Zach,
"Yes, Mom."
But
Right?
no, was not saying that. That had me weirded out. I will say that I was
Yeah.
weirded out by that. But obviously, the other people that we met were great. I mean, there was a little bit of weird shit in there that had me on edge. And obviously, that trust comes in where you're like, I'm kind of freaked out by this,
Yeah.
whatever this is.
Yeah.
But the opportunity was like drawing, obviously.
Yeah.
But they also said some other shit that just, and we go to this one guy, he was a cop. So me and Zach were going to sleep out there, but we were freaking out, dude. Oh, I forgot to add in. She said that at 12 a.m., something bad would happen to us.
Yeah.
So,
Because you didn't want to join?
yeah. No. She just said that. She just said that out of nowhere. She's like, something bad might happen. I see it. I swear to God, bro, we start up our car at 12 a.m. Doesn't start.
Why the fuck would you wait till then? Something bad's going to happen
Because
at
we're going to
12,
sleep.
So let me
there,
wait.
There's a park there, and we're going to sleep out in the park, but a cop came up to us and said, we can't sleep there. Like, we'll get towed.
Bro,
And-
I'm out that bitch. The whole city, town.
No, he said, and we asked him, we go, have you heard of anything about that Cheesecake Factory over there? And it's like this cop, he has a just linebacker cop, like stereotypical cop,
Yeah.
yellow mustache, blonde, burly. And we go, have you heard anything about that Cheesecake Factory? And he goes, yeah, I heard it's like a cult.
Motherfucker stayed around to find out.
Yeah. Well, no, and then we went to our car because that was 12 a.m. by then. We went and longboarded for a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that we go back to our car around 12 a.m. and then the car doesn't start. And
Yeah.
me and Zach, fuck.
Yeah, a little bit of shark.
Yeah,
down the leg.
we thought, because they drove to work all in a limo. They drove to work, every single one of them, in a limo.
Sillier than silly.
Yeah. But back to the cult question, I think personally, it would be hard to get out of a cult because we were freaking out about the consequences of not joining their cult.
Yeah.
Think
Were they
about-
upset?
We didn't talk to them ever again, but they followed our Instagram, both of our Instagrams on their page.
So you just got up
So
and left?
we were literally freaking out for like probably a month after that they were going to find us. And
But you just got up and left, though?
yeah,
You're like, I don't know about this?
Yeah.
And they weren't pissed?
they wanted us to go out and run something in Colorado for them.
But they weren't mad.
No.
They're like, think about it?
Yeah, think about it. But we were still freaking out because you don't know, you don't know these people. You don't know if shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
If they low key kind of have your address or something like that off of your Instagram.
Imagine. We had somebody just run into our house.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Imagine. I was there alone.
Yeah. You'd never know, dude.
Right.
Like they could come 2 years from now and
Yeah.
so we freaked out about that for a while. I mean, we even were considering. We told the story on a podcast, me and Zach, because we were doing a podcast a few years back.
Yeah.
We were even considering it staying on there just in case if they saw it, because we don't want any like repercussions for
Well,
that.
if you
for-
watch it, I ain't calling you ma. But $200 and free food, let me know. You feel me? Like,
Oh, dude, it was top end seafood.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Top
It was
Barrel?
fire, top barrel.
Shit. At a Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, bro.
And you went into a back private room.
We actually didn't even eat their cheesecake. We threw it out the window. We were so freaked out.
The fuck you mean you threw the cheesecake out the
We
damn
didn't.
window?
We didn't. Just in case it was poison or some shit.
Well, you already ate the food.
That's fair.
You might as well take a bite.
Probably
I
gave me
don't
some
know.
brain problems for all I know.
Well, let's not blame it on them now, right? Let's blame it on the upbringing. But let's run another one of them voicemails.
All right.
I think we should just run those a lot. Just it's a test, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we could really just focus on that,
Yeah.
to be honest.
All right. Next question.
The most important question: ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
The thing about blue cheese, bro, is it depends on what kind of blue cheese. Because the blue cheese sauce, you could live without it.
Yeah.
But blue cheese crumbles on shit like burgers. That's what they call good night and good morning. You know what I'm saying? You
You're
could
eating
eat
that for
that and go to
breakfast.
bed happy.
Oh yeah.
But like blue cheese, because blue cheese cups, you get that dog shit like Domino's blue cheese. Say this ain't no blue cheese. They just let the ranch shit out for a week in the back. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is expired. But your ass, I mean, you believed my dad only told you to eat eggs 2 months after expiration. Ain't nobody eating no egg after a week after expiration. And you cooked them to see.
I even take a bite.
Well, you could smell it through the crib. You said, that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It was like a fucking fucked up bussy from a chicken or something. That's how that shit smelled. Matter of fact, you fucked that shrimp up too.
Oh yeah.
Bro, shrimp's this side, right? Just a little popcorn shrimp. He brought it down to a binky. He cooked it so long he brought it down to a binky.
I should take a picture of
The
it.
pan's ruined.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you fucking solidified it to the pan.
I mean,
it is the pan.
Yeah.
And the house stunk like fucking Baba Booey for at least 12 hours. Over some bullshit. But ranch, you can never go down. You can never go
I do
down
it.
ranch.
Especially on wings.
Yes, it's a necessity.
Yeah. And especially good ranch. Like when you
Jet's Pizza Ranch.
Yes.
Ooh.
Dude, Pizza Sam's ranch. Pizza Sam's got some good ranch.
But Jet's Pizza, you get in that fucking bottle, you can get a little tap to every single bite.
There's some ranch that I could eat, like scoop out of the bottle and eat.
Wait a
because
minute.
it's just so
Don't
good.
say that.
I could.
You little nasty ass.
I could.
You ain't eat that shit.
Oh, I could eat it. I mean, there's some ranch after I eat wings where I scoop the sauce together and eat it with the ranch because it's just so fire.
You eat the.
I could do that with
You
B-dubs.
scoop it with your finger.
There's a possibility.
Play the next voicemail, bro. I ain't gonna talk about that shit no more. around
I
the
don't
ranch.
think. I actually don't think.
Scoop it with your finger.
I don't think we have
Anybody-
another one.
Call her mama. Scoop it with her finger.
Hey, this is Bob Bait Shop, Pro Masturbator. Where's the freakiest, unnastiest thing you ever done masturbated in? Yeah.
Where's the freakiest place you done beat your schmeat, bro? What is it? Don't tell me in elementary or we're leaving and ending the pod. Don't tell me no elementary school.
Bro, I don't even think I can respond to that question, bro. I mean,
You beat your meat in elementary school?
no.
Oh,
What the fuck?
well, that's.
No. I mean, I couldn't say. Probably just my house. I'm not
I know
very-
your little bitch ass didn't beat your meat only in your house. I know you done cranked your cocksuck somewhere that wasn't supposed to be cracked. You know. I know you stroked your meat in an area that was off limit.
I mean, sometimes. Where's the freakiest place you've done it?
Shit, bro. I mean, that'd literally take me a second to think because
I mean, let's talk about these questions real quick.
because you know if I ever felt like I had to beat my meat, usually I just tuck it into the waistband. You know, like I don't need to really crank the shit right now. You know, I don't really get the urge to look around who's watching. You know, so probably like AIT for the military.
Okay.
Then cranked it in the bathroom, and the rooms were so small. You had a couple outside. If they snuck a listen through the door, saying that motherfucker, he's spanking his meat. But I kind of did it with some efficiency. I turned the shower on before I really got to work. You know, I said I've got a mission here. You know, right before you get to that to the end of the movie, I flushed the toilet down with that water and everything, and a little too much sound was coming out for you to really know what was going down. So, not too
You said you
crazy.
turned the fucking shower on.
Oh, the shower to be pounding. Because it was like a little.
What if someone walked in there and they're like,
They ain't
no one's
walking
even
in
taking?
I locked the door up.
You can lock the doors? I thought it was like open showers there.
No, that's basic.
Oh,
AIT,
shit.
you're in a room with like 3 people, but the bathroom you can lock up. I locked her up.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna walk in and see that.
yeah.
And if they did, what are you gonna do about it?
Not shit.
But I was respectful enough not to bust down the drain.
Yeah.
Because you don't need no slip and slide when someone goes and showers after next,
Yeah.
So I definitely
Well,
put it in some toilet paper and flushed her down.
sometimes you got to get it going,
I never busted a noodle in the shower. And if you bust a noodle in our fucking shower and I ever step on some fucking silky Milky Way, you'll never see me again. I'm going to kick you right in your fucking stomach and I'm moving out.
Speaking of kicking me in the stomach,
Kick them in the stomach.
I got kicked in the stomach by Devin 2 days ago.
That's not my fault.
I mean,
You twerked your arsehole in front of 5 dudes. You got to get kicked in your stomach.
I was dancing,
There ain't no dancing around
and
me.
it was just shake that ass for me.
We ain't going to shake the ass for 5 dudes. That's certain. So where's the wait, that's not veer.
No, I'm
Now that we
veering.
know you sharked your arsehole in front of 5 dudes, what is the craziest place you jerked your meat?
Fuck, like a Walmart.
Before you started shopping or no? Did you have a cart full of items? And you parked it right outside? And was there dairy products in the cart? And I've seen those bathrooms. I mean, you are a nasty. Did you at least put a little fucking, what do they call it? You put on the seat so you don't touch the seat with your ass cheek. Seat cover. I mean, that's fucking nuts. That is nuts. The front bathroom or the back? You do it by the customer service desk or?
Probably the back.
Did you do it in the handicap stall? No.
You got to.
You've got to. I can promise you that I've never had to beat my fucking cock in any public grocery store. I mean, what the fuck? Did you have dairy in the cart? Did you let it sit in the
I had
cart?
some eggs. Oh my god.
Bro, I don't even. I'm gut wrenched. My stomach's in a knot.
I've never done that. I've
Nick.
never done it. I've never
You
done
did
it.
it.
I did not. I just need to see your reaction.
There's too much evidence
Oh my
of
god.
moments in life. You beat your dick in a Walmart.
No fucking way.
You did it.
No, I didn't. I had to see the reaction, and now it's almost too late to go back. I almost
Oh, we're
need to just
definitely
accept it.
definitely cutting it out because we've got to make it real. You're that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
So where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
Where's what?
The craziest place you jerked your meat?
I mean, just probably a bathroom, like probably at home. I don't feel like I've been so horny where I've had to jerk my meat to anywhere but my house.
Have you done it in our shower?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Maybe in yours at the
You ain't
old
do it in
crib.
mine. I know that. You ain't do it in mine. Can promise you that one.
I don't think there is a next question, bro. I think that's it.
No, I mean, after the feeling that I just felt in my system, there is no better point to stop this than now. There is no doubt. So I appreciate everybody for listening.
We're really stopping it here?
Oh, yeah. You jerked your dick in a Walmart. I know you did it.
I did not.
I know it.
I did not.
And I know you missed a little bit, got on the floor there and left it.
No. That wouldn't
I know
happen.
you left it fucking marinating.
with some milk in the cart.
Eggs.
And eggs.
And eggs.
Did you know that in eggs, when you crack them, that the little white part on the top of the egg is semen?
No.
Yeah? Swear to God, look it up.
I don't doubt it. It's tasty. Eggs are tasty.
You like chicken nut?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Let's flip this. Who's a YouTuber that has a podcast that you guys look up to?
Ooh.
Imitate for this one. Not imitate, but like you look up to.
Nick's question was who do you say we imitate off of for a podcast?
As a podcaster.
Yeah, as a
I
podcast.
freeballed it.
I don't know. I like Theo Vaughn.
You
but
have your
you can't
influence.
match.
But
Theo
I
Vaughn.
dead ass freeball it every time we do this.
Yeah, but he's just saying like,
Who's your favorite?
who's your favorite?
I don't watch podcasts.
Really?
Yeah. Watch Prison Break.
I would say Theo Vaughn, but obviously I'm not Theo Vaughn. I don't think anybody could be.
No. Not at all.
I like Joe Rogan too. Joe Rogan's fire.
Dude, he just has so many. Like, eventually that'd be the goal, but at that point, when you have so many guests where you have such a.
We're just not that serious, bro.
Well, he just has, like. But the ones that I watched him where he has, like, comedians and shit, they're not serious either, but he has such a variety of guests that he can get on where the topic of the conversation is so easy. Because imagine we had fucking Mike Tyson right here.
Yeah.
I promise you right now, if we had fucking Mike Tyson in this motherfucker, that'd be an easy pod to do.
Oh yeah.
Like tomorrow we got a fucking podcast with Wideneck, and I feel like I'm literally going to have to sit here and ring out every possible word I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to speak up.
You gotta speak up. You gotta speak up. That's the thing. Our podcast is gonna be so. I feel like it's gonna be different because I think we can get serious and we can get really funny.
Yeah.
And I'll always just be sitting here laughing while Devin's just saying some dumbass shit.
Well, it's not. This is serious what I'm saying.
Yeah. But like
better
tomorrow,
not.
I feel like you're gonna get on there and you're gonna be saying some shit.
Like Nekna.
Yeah, that's gonna have me
If it
just probably
happens.
sitting in the corner dying laughing.
Who even knows what that setup's gonna be like?
I mean, we're probably gonna be holding the mics.
Is he gonna sit in the middle?
Yes.
All right, just inch me away a little bit. You know. Especially if what's his name's there. If he's there, I'm not going.
Gucci Berry.
Yeah.
If Gucci Berry's there, I'm gonna die laughing.
Are they a
there's no-
package deal?
There's no way.
That's like that duo right there is like Cat Dog, maybe. Though, you know. That's that's great. So we're out of voicemail,
Yeah, we are out of it.
That's it?
We need more for next time.
but it makes sense what it was right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. But you guys, whoever's listening, I'm not sure how many solo podcasts we'll have. I want to have one at least a couple
They're probably every other week.
Yeah, every other week I would say we have a solo podcast.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any questions or you guys want to send in what you've got for us, do it because we love to respond.
Or bird's eye view podcast at gmail.com. Send in videos to react to.
yeah,
We've got a TV here. We'll pull up anything. We'll do a little segment of it. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'll never look at it until we pull it up.
yep.
So we'll pop it up there.
Well, actually,
Well,
we'll have Nick.
We
We'll
can
have
cut,
Nick
we can
look
cut
over it.
anything out.
Yeah.
So anything they send, I literally will not watch it until we get on the podcast. Now, if it pulls up and it's something that you couldn't believe, we'll blur a few parts out. But
Yeah.
nothing.
And we might have to react, and I might be sitting over here gagging.
Well,
Well,
I don't. What
Devin-
the fuck are you envisioning?
I'm envisioning.
Walmart milk porn, because that's what your next step to be.
I could see someone sending us some bullshit, and I'm just sitting here.
I don't know if I'm not. There's a limit. If I look at something, I'm gonna find out who sent it, and there's gonna be some fucking words. Gonna have to call me Poppy in the back room. You feel me? Because we're gonna have to handle some business. I ain't trying to see no wicked shit.
So you're turning a mom from the main story, man.
I'm gonna have to handle some issues if there's something that I'm thinking on that TV. Because it's just.
Anyways, I think that's a wrap of this episode.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a great one.
But listen, for the future tense, voicemails,
reaction videos.
We'd love to add that in.
Send it in.
This was fun.
I
mean, this is exciting.
This was a great one.
Yeah.
This feels natural.
Right. And it's exciting.
Yeah.
I mean.
We want as many voicemails as we can get. But.
So Saturdays, every Saturday, 6 p.m.
Fridays.
Hell no. We posted the last one on Saturday.
Friday's fine.
Now we're switching it.
No, we're not switching it. It was supposed to be Friday. We had a lot of shit going on.
So why not Saturday?
I just feel like I feel like it will be less interaction.
It's the same thing.
That's fair. We'll talk about
How are we gonna break it up? We missed the ball on Friday.
Yeah, that's fair. Saturdays are fine. All right. Anyways, thank you guys.
Bird's Eye View Podcast.
Bird's Eye View Podcast. Thank
Wes,
you guys for
Dev,
watching.
Nick.
We're ready to go.
Every week.
Fuck
week.
it.
Maybe Friday. But
Maybe
every
Friday.
week, Bird's Eye View Podcast. We'll drop the number, drop the email down. Thank you for listening. It's just as fun making it as it is watching.
Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube and obviously on other platforms if you're watching from there. Hope you liked it just as much as.
Yeah. Even drop a comment.
Yeah, drop a comment.
We will interact.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Is that good?